everyone, today's video is going to be me showing you guys how I do a cream contour. This video was super highly requested. The products I am going to be using are geared towards a pale person, but the techniques anyone can use. The purpose of contouring is to essentially alter your face shape. It is to create the desired face shape, which is oval. Now, evidently, I do have an oval face shape, so the way I'm contouring is specifically for my face shape. But if you have, a larger forehead, you want to dim down, if you have a larger jawbone, you want to dim down, a larger nose, all of these techniques you can use and alter to alter your face shape. Contouring is a play on light and shadow. You have freedom to change your face shape to whatever you want. Putting a lighter color is going to bring certain areas out, and putting a darker color is going to recede certain areas. Before I begin to change my face shape and, be a magician for the day, I always make sure that I moisturize. The moisturizer that I'm using is the Benigma. For a girl like me, I like to base out my skin first, so that means completely whitening it out. And to completely white out my face, I'm using my Kat Von D Lock and Tattoo foundation. This is a full coverage foundation. If we're doing a cream contour, it's going to be a lot of makeup. Prepare yourself for this, okay? So I start out with my Kat Von D. It's shade 42. It's fragrance-free, oil-free. It's just heaven in a bottle. I absolutely love it. I don't necessarily need the coverage, but I like the flawless finish it gives when I'm applying this much makeup. Now, because we are doing a cream contour, I'm not going to set anything with powder because I'm going to be working with cream. So what I am going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a foundation stick. This one is a little bit warm for me, but what I like to do is map out my face. The way I gauge where to put my contour, it's pretty much wherever you think that you need a little bit of shadow. For me, what I like to do is I like to take a brush, find out where my cheekbone is, and I like to go a little bit above that. I do it a little bit higher because if I do it any lower when I'm buffing it out, it just kind of looks like a beard, and that ain't cute on nobody. I like to chisel out my cheekbones. I like to do a little stripe. It kind of looks like, Harry Potter on my forehead. I also like to minimize my jaw a little bit, so I do little dots on my jaw, and I'm making sure that I'm bringing it down a little bit behind my ears as well. That's really important. Don't just focus on your face. Focus everywhere because people see it all. For my nose, I don't like to do a severe contour on my nose. I just like to add a little bit of shadow just to give it a little bit of shape. I do a little line underneath my bottom lip because that makes my lips look really plump and very full. And a little bit in between my cupid's bow because that's also going to give you a very pouty look. When I'm buffing this out, I go back into my Sigma F80 brush. This brush is just phenomenal for this. I've tried a zillion other brushes, but honestly, this one's the bomb. I do like using the Beauty Blender, but I find with the Kat Von D, it's a little harder to work a different product into it. So what I do is I just buff it in, and I like to really stipple the product to spread it out, and then I start doing circular motions. I make sure that I blend it into my hairline and I really blend out the edges. Specifically underneath my cheeks, I like to make sure that line is still straight, but really blended and soft so it's not a harsh line. For the littler areas of my face, like underneath my lip and my nose, I like to use the Sephora Airbrush Concealer Brush. This brush is just so soft and so small. It just really gets in all the nook and crannies and I love it. For underneath my jaw as well, I'm just making sure that I really buff it out and I blend it down my neck. This is going to give the really severe illusion of a lifted head and elongated neck. So once I'm done the dark cream, I like to move into a lighter, and this is just when I go straight into concealer. I use my Hard Candy Glamoflauge concealer. I apply that underneath my eyes, kind of in a triangular motion, and then I bring it up along my cheekbone as well. So it's like a beautiful line just lifting my cheekbones. I apply a little bit down the center of my nose, in the center of my forehead, on my chin, and if I'm feeling like the lines on my cheekbones are a little bit messy, I do like to put a little bit along my jaw. If you are a darker skin tone, by all means, if you are wanting a lighter cream or a lighter concealer, you can for sure highlight with those areas of your face, but I am so fair that that's really not an option for me, so I just like to conceal. Now I've finished with creams and liquids and it's time to set my face so everything stays in place. I like to set my under eye concealer with my Bed Nye Luxury Powder in the shade Cameo. This is my favorite product for underneath my eyes. And then for the rest of my face, I like to go in with a huge fluffy brush. This is by Smashbox, and then I'm using my NYX HD powder. Because this cream is a little bit on the warmer side for me, I do like to cool it down. You know, if you put something that's hot and something that's cold, you made it in the middle, it's, you know, warm, right? So what I like to use for that is my Makeup Forever sculpting kit, and this is a powder. It's a powder duo. It comes with 2 different powders. You can use it for highlight and contour, but I like to mix and match them because then it creates a customizable color for me. So I just cool down my face with that and kind of chisel out the areas of my face that need a little bit of depth and, you know, push it back a little bit more. This just really like sets it and brings it all together. I focused that on all of the areas of my face that I had already put the cream. I did apply a blush, and I just apply it on the apples of my cheeks, pushing it back as well. I like for my cheekbone to all kind of go in the same angle. You know, it just like lifts it up. For a highlighter, I love my Mary Luminizer. It's my all-time favorite highlighter in the entire world. I like to use that on my crown brush, fan brush. I put that on the tops of my cheekbones to give me a luminous glow. It's so beautiful. Down the center of my nose and my Cupid's bow. Once you finish, you have a perfectly sculpted face, you know, contouring for the gods up in here. Contouring is really fun. It is a huge trend, and I don't think it's going to end anytime soon because people just love this like full coverage, you know, just contoured cheekbone kind of look, and I love it as well. When I have the time, I love it. Quickly, I will talk about products. You can use any concealer that is just darker than your skin tone. Honestly, Smashbox has stick concealers. Bobbi Brown has awesome stick foundations as well. You can just use something like that. You don't have to necessarily have a contour color. You know, it doesn't need to be specifically made for a contour. You can just use a concealer. Just remember, contouring is for every individual. It's really personalized for you and for your specific face shape. Don't think that because, you know, this person has this and they put it this way and put it there, that you have to put it there and do this and that. It's very customizable for everybody. So there you guys go. You guys know how to cream contour now. Go, fly, fly away and do your beautiful cream contours. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other video requests, please leave them in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.